Thank God for the air today. It has become our gratitude for the greatness of the Creator. Because of His power, the air that we breathe can give life to us and make us able to travel anywhere and anytime. But although we are happy about this, have you really considered doing something good for the environment around us? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Ammar Surya S.Lubis, and today let's talk about how the use of public transportation has a positive impact on the environment around us, especially to the air that we breathe. Day by day, without us realizing, the air that we breathe, which supports the life of all mankind, has been contaminated by the various kinds of chemical substance released by the product of human activity, such as factories with their black, thick, and dense smoke, burning garbage widely, motor vehicle fuel, and even a small cigarette smoke can have a big impact on the cleanliness of the air around us. Now, the state of the environment around us reduces the health and the coolness of the air that we breathe, as the increase of pollution every year in Indonesia. In 2019, for example, the contamination of air in Jakarta has increased highly enough, even up to 55.4 micrograms per cubic meter, and it has been contaminated by the PM 2.5. Although the amount of pollution in Lombok isn't that high compared to Jakarta, but who really can guarantee it until 2045, right? Now, so forgive me for talking to textbook about this, but I'm pretty sure this is very important for us to know what is actually a PM. A PM, or what is called a particle matter, can also be referred as a particle pollution. This particle can be found in the air or other in the dust, dirt, soot, or smoke that are large or dark enough to be seen with the naked eye, while the others are so small that they can only be detected with an electron microscope. These particles are a measure of 2.5 micrometers or even smaller. Now, if you think of a single hair that you take from your head, the size of the single hair is 30 times larger than the particle itself. These particles are very dangerous if they enter to our body in a large amount. They can trigger chronic respiratory disease such as cancer. Even mild symptoms can be found after the contamination of our skin when exposed to the unhealthy air, such as dull skin, skin irritation, and many others. So the pollution problems are increasingly spreading to many various places. The source of heavy air pollution are indeed many, and one of which is the excessive use of motor vehicle. Every year in Indonesia, there are always an increase of statistic number of purchase of motor vehicle. According to the Central Statistic Agency, in the period of 2015 until 2019, there was a fairly specific increase in the number of 6.13%. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to imagine there's a house where there is a family consisting of a father, mother, and 2 kids. Now they have 1 car and 2 motorbikes in their house. The father used the cars to go to work with the mother, and the other 2 kids use their own motorbike to go to school. Now imagine the same use of motor vehicle occurs in one area. So many vehicles are being used, and pollution are created much worse. Well, private vehicle ownership does provide a little convenience for the owner to go anywhere they want, but ownership of this private vehicle, which is almost owned by everyone, leads to the excess capacity of transportation space on the road, and it spends a lot of money, and it releasing the dangerous air pollution. These are all called a collective irresponsibility to the environment, ladies and gentlemen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's describe it simply. Imagine on the road, there are 20 people who are driving in their private cars. As the result of that driver can create a traffic jam because there are so many spaces for taking up. Now, imagine that the driver in their private car just gather around in one public transportation as their means of travel. And what happens next is that the driver can still go to their destination, and it will provide more space, and it will reduce the traffic jam, and of course, it will reduce the air pollution. As for example, the Transjakarta busway, which is now an alternative for everyone to go everywhere with all the convenience provided. Reducing the volume of private vehicle on the road is one way to reduce the air pollution. And of course, the use of public transportation like this must also be accompanied by the government support, such as providing them cheap fares and easy road access to many various places. And last And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, also in using private vehicle in going somewhere nearby, it is very enough to do walking or just use your bicycle instead of using your motorbike. Using a motorbike are not just a wasted of energy, but also making a bad habit in the laziness. And it could be a simple exercise for helping us to still shape till today. Now, the implementation of simple things like this can have a more positive impact, not only on our environment, but also on our social and infrastructure. And it's not even a secret anymore that many other developed countries out there applying the same things to reduce the volume of private vehicles on the road, such as the Netherlands, the Japanese, and many other developed countries. So I believe deep in my heart that we could become wiser individuals to choose what to drive. And I know that we cannot completely eliminate the air pollution that we have created so many years back then. But I believe if we are in this together, we could reduce it slowly by slowly, step by step, towards to the golden age Indonesia of 2045. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. Forgive me for my many mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.